All right, so one thing that we really tried to do with this pageant is being able to have girls to have a platform in order to express their passion within the agriculture industry, because agriculture is so broad. So Holly here is going to kind of give you an insight on how to create your platform, ideas to do, and then how to represent it.
So a platform is all on what you want to advocate and or what you want to learn about. So I know our younger divisions, 11 and under, we encourage that they pick something that they don't know anything about and they want to learn about and they want to teach, inspire, and advocate about. So we have examples that we send out for platforms such as learning more about safe practices in agriculture, and the queens can go and teach at schools about safety in agriculture, the do's and don'ts when you're on a farm, and different things that they're learning about. So that would be our 11 and under example, and then our 12 and over example would be something more complex and more something specific to your advocacy and what you're passionate about. So for example, my platform when I was our national miss was honoring micro industries and sustainabilities in agriculture. So micro industries would include beekeeping and hydroponics, and sustainability also falls in that aspect. So I would go to schools and read about beekeeping. I would talk about how hydroponics are important to feed the world in 2050 when our population is increasing. And that was just something I was passionate about. This is something that I'm going to school about. That's something I can talk about and really engage with the community. As well as I'd have people come up and ask me, well, what does that mean? I've never heard of it being called micro industries. And then I would say, well, it's principally just beekeeping. And they'd be like, wow, that's really cool. I have some girls who actually just put on their first event based on their platform, which was amazing. So their platform is encouraging youth with disabilities to engage in agriculture. And the way that she did this was she started a youth livestock show just for kids with disabilities to get out there, be able to show livestock, to be engaging in the agricultural industry, as well as encouraging them to meet other people and getting out there. So that's something that you can do. You can utilize your platform to start events. You can utilize your platform in different ways. And like I said, we have a list here that is an example of something that you can do. And I'm really wordsmithy, so a lot of people are always like, this is my idea, can you come up with something? So I know we have from the farmer's gate to the person's plate. That's a really cute one. I know we have women in agriculture here to stay, so that's a really fun platform. And we encourage that you utilize this platform when you're visiting at schools, fairs, conferences, if you're just traveling, or if you're doing social media posts. That's something that you can utilize your platform through.
But with that, that's also not saying, okay, like hers was micro industries, and a lot of it was beekeeping or hydroponics and things. If you have an event that is not related to those, that doesn't mean you can't go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So we do encourage you to also, because it's also your time to, like, I toured farms and stuff that I had no idea. My state fun fashion was the mushroom industry. I knew nothing about the mushroom industry. So that was my time where I had to go learn, and then I had to teach about it, okay?
Exactly.
So just because you have a platform does not mean that is the only thing you have to do, and that you're like, oh, I have to find events that are only related to this.
And the other thing to think about with that is when you come to nationals or you come to the state pageant and you're thinking about your onstage introductions and you're thinking about your interview, you can utilize your platform as much as possible, or you can say, here's my platform, here's what I really like about it, here's what I did with it, and then you can move on and talk about other sectors of the agricultural industry. The other thing I was going to tell you is it is not required to pick a platform. We just highly, highly encourage it because it is a stepping stone to really get engaged in our program.